What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. As always, I am just a man just trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So, I don't really need to give you a bunch of material to work up to what this is. I'm pretty sure by now everybody and their mama knows what the fuck Chud the Builder was about and what his whole business model was and what his whole agenda was. It's not nothing shocking. Apparently, I woke up about 4 hours ago, and apparently, Chud the Builder had gotten into some type of altercation with somebody in which he ended up shooting the guy, but also himself. And during this time, you had a bunch of far right accounts, the inferior superiors, as we like to call them, right? They're pure Aryan race, but don't ask them about their dating history. Don't ask them about the fact that they hate their own women, but they want to fuck women outside their own race, jumping with joy because they thought Chud the Builder killed a black or melanated individual. And it didn't matter what the reason was, this was supposed to be a win for them. Let's read this real quick. As a result of the investigation, Dalton Etherlid, 28, was detained by criminal investigators and charged with criminal attempt, murder, employing a firearm during dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a dangerous weapon. Ely was booked into the Montgomery County Jail, where he is being held pending arraignment, at which time bond will be set. So we already know really what went down, but just to be clear a little bit more, from what I'm gathering, Chud the Builder was doing his bullshit. Mind you, Chud the Builder literally was just pressed by the fucking FBI. They took all of his cell phones and all that shit. You would think that he would learn. You would think that he would learn. Instead, he's still out here. And I think that already the fuse is already lit, right? This was probably the best case scenario for this fucking guy. He's out there and he's doing this shit, though he'll claim that he's just walking around, but we know what he's about. We know that he's not just walking around when he does the shit that he does, right? And apparently, a black dude told him, listen, I don't know if he approached the black dude on his bullshit. He goes up to him and he says to Chud, listen, I know about you, right? Don't start your bullshit. I don't know if Chud tried to, finesse him with his stupidity like he did with those people. Mind you, there's so much material that the FBI has on Chud, that we all have on Chud, that we know his behaviors, we know the way that his pattern. He probably tried to do some stupid shit, right? Like antagonize or battery, right? I'm sorry, assault. Sorry, he doesn't batter, he assaults. Even though people use the assault and battery, if you don't know, do you guys know the difference between assault and battery? Assault is the threat, right? It's the intent of what a person says. When a person sits there and goes, "I'm gonna fuck you up," but they're doing it with a smile on their face and they're your friend, you don't believe that. But if somebody walks up to you and say, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you up," and they're in your face, that's assault. That's a threat. And listen, a lot of people was raised, at least if you were raised properly, right? That when somebody gets that, you're not even supposed to let somebody get that close to you. That's dangerous in itself, right? A lot of people can be gentle giants, right? Don't want violence. But once you go to that point when you're threatening people, right? When you're assaulting people this way, you're doing shit like this, they can have a fear that there's going to have bodily harm. And if they attack you, it looks bad on them, but they can have reason to be like, listen, this is the reason why I went down. Battery is the actual physical altercation or whatnot. So he said this shit to this guy. The guy said what he said to him, and I could only guarantee I could only guarantee that Chud was talking all types of shit. Apparently, they said he sucker punched him. I really don't care if he snuck a punch Chud or not, right? You're supposed to keep your head on the swivel, cowboy. How you let somebody sucker punch you and you're consistently the antagonist? You're consistently the antagonist. I know exactly what happened. You got too comfortable because you kept picking on innocent black Americans and melanated individuals and people that, mind you, he wasn't just picking on black Americans, melanated individuals. He was also going after fucking 16-year-olds. And then calling them, he was literally in a mall, which was crazy to me a couple of days ago, and tried to hit on a 16-year-old. And the girl said that she was 16, and he goes, "Oh, isn't she chop chat? She's 16. You shouldn't even be talking about a girl's appearance because she says she's 16, and you was just trying to talk." Again, this is what happens when you got people who are weak-willed or people who are just not good people, and they're being pulled into extreme directions. Mind you, they could already be extreme, but they're being egged on. They're getting that battery put into their back by people that actually don't care about them and want to see something happen because for them, it is just entertainment. Like, if we was to break this shit down, how many people do you think actually support Chud the Builder because they actually like him? How many people do you think watch Chud the Builder because they believe it's freedom of speech or whatever like that? How many people follow him because they're just racist? How many people follow Chud because they want to see what happens in terms of whether it be good or bad? They just want drama in their lives. It's their entertainment. I would sit there and say I would say that the people who actually genuinely like Chud is in the minority. Though they're trying to prop him up like he's the next Jesus. They're sitting there and they're saying, "Oh, well, Chud shot a black person today, and that's what he get because they hear what is it? N-words already killed this dog, called him the new John Wick." It's like, bro, stop it. How you John Wick and you shoot yourself? Mind you, because apparently when he shot the guy was still busting that ass. He shot the guy in the stomach and in the shoulder. Right? And I don't care if the guy's a good guy. I don't care if the guy's a bad guy. I really don't care. I really don't care at this point because something like this was eventually going to happen. And the crazy thing is, I don't think it's over because the way that Chud was talking, right? Race wars and X, Y, and Z. He thinks that he's the kettle that's going to have it. Like he thinks that he's going to be the one to set off a race war. Don't take my word for it. Anyway, so now his ass is being charged. And here's the thing. The FBI, they don't just go up to somebody and interview people for the fucking fun of it. When the FBI approaches you and they've never approached you before, you should be spooked out of your fucking mind. When you know why the FBI shows up, that's okay. Now that you should be alarmed. But when the FBI pops up and directly wants you, and you don't know where it comes from, you should be shitting fucking bricks. The FBI will go up to you, and if they will already have all the information they want, they just want to see your face. And then they'll show back up another week from now. They'll literally give you the rope to hang yourself. They wanted to spin the block on Chud for a minute, and Chud gave them the golden ticket with this. That's really what it is. So congratulations. Now your boy is now going to jail because we already know they're going to use everything that he has ever done against him. When he's sitting there talking about he's gonna what is it? When he kills a black person because he's trying to defend himself for freedom of speech, you're preemptively doing that. When he's walking around pepper spraying people, when he's consistently going out and he's going after children, he's going after women, he's disrespecting women, threatening them, he's disrespecting men, threatening them, he's disrespecting innocent people, just consistently threatening them and talking about he's going to shoot them if they do things. And then he finally ran into somebody that probably did. And mind you, the guy who he shot was in the military. My man don't give a shit about no goddamn gun. That man don't give no two shits about no goddamn gun. And I think that probably is what scared the fuck out of Chud. So congratulations, right? Congratulations. But I just think that it's funny because they're still trying to play this fucking stupid ass game. You proved Chud right because by you finally reacting the way we finally wanted you to react, you fell for it again. You can't control yourselves. It's like whiny white bitch fatigue is such a thing, and it's annoying as fuck. So let me get this straight. Every single situation that we have seen, Chud the Builder threatening people, doing all this type of shit to people, being in places and just being a fucking he's literally a white Johnny Somali, right? Both of them should be in fucking prison. That's the best case scenario for them. You would think, right, with all of this shit that's happening, that he would know any better, and he doesn't. He really doesn't. And again, they're still trying to play this fucking game that words have no meaning. And, again, black people can't control themselves, and you prove Chud right. Every single time that Chud has done what he has done, relatively, he's been getting off scot-free. He lucky. Because, mind you, he's fucking around with homeless people. And the funny thing about it is that I just think it's crazy that he's fucking around with homeless people, because when you fuck around with homeless people, you don't know if you're going to run into an actual savage. That's the fucking craziest thing about it. So he must have been really picking and choosing who he wanted to fuck with or who he could fuck with. And we saw it time and time again. He kept brushing up against getting his shit wrecked. And now this is the outcome. Anyway, so DJ Academics was talking to fucking, what is this goddamn Sneeko, some fucking Muslim loser who at one point allowed his girlfriend to get cucked. And Sneeko's a defender of chudthebuilder. This is the thing. You ever run into these smooth brain ass individuals that they like, oh, well, black people shouldn't be offended by people using a certain word because again, this is the thing that they're running with. They're like fucking bots.
You see how Trump went out there and like clapped that nigga from Iran, that fucking supreme leader? That might have to be Chud. Get him out of the way, because he's trying to start some shit. We ain't trying to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see people die over a word.
Well, he's problematic. We might like somebody might have to just do it. I don't care who do it. Black, white, who cares?
I care. I don't want to see people die for a stupid reason.
I guess
advocating for violence is not the way.
Nobody wants to prevent racism. He's the violent one. You don't realize he's the violent one?
Isn't he majority acting he's acting in self-defense, right?
Fuck no. Do you see what he's saying? He's daring people to do something.
Words aren't violent, Ak. Words aren't violent.
Your rhetoric could be insightful.
But no, using an individual word is not an act of violence. And so if you want to stop racism, then we can't let words trigger something that makes us violent.
All right, play this.
If you want to stop racism,
I watched him pepper spray a guy who like flipped his hat off or something like that.
Technically, doesn't that count as self-defense? He wasn't arrested for that.
Man, that guy should have blew his brains out, man. You're just saying, oh, well, why can't y'all change the word? Brother, there is pain there. It won't go away. If it's a word or something else, and you're acting like the guy's trying to say the word just harmlessly. No, he's trying to evoke pain. So if it was a symbol, he would fuck with that. If it was a place, he'd fuck with that.
Culture, race, these things shouldn't be defined on hurt. Allowing black culture to be defined off of slavery is living in a victim consciousness. Jews allowing
I never said that.
In this way is defining Jewish identity based off of something horrible.
Your childhood helped define what you became. You can't erase history, brother. And you're always a product, not only of your environment, but historical choices.
Based off of hurt, or do we only want to unify based off of hurt and pain and trauma, or do we want to unify based off of something greater? Do we want to give power to words that are strong, that are empowering, that are good? This is what should trigger us. We should hear a word like, hey, you're black, and we should be happy about this. We should be emotionally manipulated in a positive way. We should remember things that make us happy.
Sneaker, you know what I realized?
That make us pain.
I think you only have these type of thoughts because like you like this mulatto. I don't even know if you know what you are. Like, what do you consider yourself? Like, respectfully. And
how many times? I don't know how many times you had this conversation.
The reason. Wait. The reason why I say that, because if you ask any person, and based on your stupid ass logic you just said, is that.
What stupid logic? Like you comparing Palestine, like
no,
to Muslims?
No, like your stupid logic of oh, you should. It should be about coming to get like everything that has to do with my life. If I'm not here, right? I'm not here in America. If my mom didn't make certain sacrifices, I'm not where I lived in Jamaica. If my family there didn't survive slavery. Yes, it was slavery in the Caribbean. Everything matters on the past. You can't just be like, oh, fuck the past. We're just like here. You must have, you can't have a connection to a strong, legitimate background or lineage if you're saying, fuck the past, let's move on. Different meaning.
Right, because society changed the meaning of this word. That's the point.
Okay. However, when that naturally happens, it happens. What I'm saying now is that nigga and the hard ER, they mean two very different things.
Because we allowed them to change their meaning. Because society moved on. Because we allowed them to change their meaning. That's the point.
No,
let go.
You're being so.
Let go of these societal attributes to this word. Let go. Let go of the hurt.
All right, so them niggas in Palestine should let go of the goddamn hurt that Israel doing to them.
Okay.
Let it go.
The fact that you're not able to comprehend the difference between genocide.
I'm saying that black people should let go of the hurt, but I'm saying, all right, you own that Palestine shit, them niggas should let go of the hurt. How the fuckery that goddamn Israel them.
Okay, how this is such a dumb analogy. Genocide's happening now. Slavery ended how long ago?
No,
250 years ago.
Whatever happened with that shit.
Slavery ended, what, 250 years ago? The genocide's happening right now. And also, there's no word to talk about Palestinians the same way there is about black people. This doesn't make any sense.
If you think that black people should let go the hurt of slavery, I think them Palestinian niggas should let go the fucking hurt of them bombs that got dropped. Facts.
Okay, it's happening right now, and also you're saying a word compared to.
I'm actually saying that to say nobody's gonna ever let go of their hurt. No, it makes sense. No one's gonna let go of their hurt, right?
People do let go of their hurt all the time. People let go. Why do you think white people aren't offended by the word cracker, or Asian people aren't afraid by the word?
What hurt they went through? I want to hear this one. Hold on, I gotta take a shot. I was even gonna drink the stream. I want to hear the hurt, the synagogue, whatever the hell they got.
Synagogue.
Kanye in every single one of them.
I don't apologize for that song. What does that song do? It takes the three most taboo.
Yeah, that's why you're canceled.
The three most taboo words. I'm a free.
That's why you're in that apartment.
But I'm a free slave. I ran away from the plantation. I'm not controlled like you by words. You're shackled up by words. You're still a slave to these words. Nigga, Heil Hitler. Nigga, just let yourself be free. Say the most taboo things and it no longer has the meaning that you allow it to have. Nigga, Heil Hitler. Do you see how you're equating this individual word that doesn't have real meaning unless you to the holy book, to the word?
Every word has meaning, brother.
The word of God compared to a word about slavery where slavery doesn't exist anymore.
No meaning,
you are equating the word of God to a slur that is outdated. Those two aren't the same. And that's the whole point. And that's the whole point. You cannot have those two things be equal. The word of God is not equivalent to this individual word.
Okay, if you say word has no meaning, say fuck Allah right now.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you to say because it should have no meaning, right? There's a fucking meaning to it, right?
Okay.
Clearly, but you wouldn't say that, right? Because
actually, do you not see the point that you're making? How are you equating God?
Words have meaning, brother.
How are you equating God, disrespecting God, the Almighty, something that we have faith in, to something that only has meaning if we attribute meaning to it? God has meaning without us. This hard R word, listen, this word only has the meaning that you give to it. Allah exists without us.
What you just told me, you can't disrespect God. Okay, get it, and I agree. But you can disrespect an entire group of people, and your solution to that is that the entire group of people should just not be offended.
That word,
because you're doing both,
only has
whether you say the hard ER or you say fuck Allah. I think you should do some demonstration at the mosque, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Let me ask you a question. Wouldn't it be cool if he goes to like who be at the mosque? That's Muslims. If he went there and he's seeing people kneeling and say, "Oh, y'all chimping out. Oh, y'all chimping. Oh, y'all kneeling. Y'all praying. Oh, y'all chimping out. Look at these motherfuckers chimping out right here. Look at them. They're all kneeling. They're chimping out. That would be amusing too, right?"
I didn't say it was good. I've said
no. You said it was funny. Would that be amusing? Would it be amusing if he showed up to the mosque, he put the camera up, and he said, "Look at all these niggas. They're on their knees on the mat. They're chimping out."
Niggas, don't say that.
Okay.
First you said.
All right, suppose he said that. No, suppose he said that. Would it be?
But you said they were the 9/11 hijackers. Those were Saudi.
Okay, so you're trying to switch the conversation. You said when he had a conversation with African Americans or whatever, it was amusing. Do you think that would be amusing if he showed up to one of these religious places where people are praying, knee on the mat, doing all this stuff, Allahu Akbar shit, and he grabs his camera and said, "Look at these motherfuckers chimping out." Would that be amusing to you?
I'm saying he should.
No. Would it be amusing? Because you said that it was amusing when he was talking to the blacks.
He shouldn't antagonize. I said he shouldn't antagonize people that are.
All right, I know you said that, but you said it was amusing. You said it was funny. Would that be funny?
That's not funny.
Why is that not funny? But the ankle monitor on the black guy's foot, him doing that. Why is that funny?